Hello everyone. This video is all about to create a React form. Okay, to create a form in React.js. So we will handle all those things which is required in a form like text fields, first name, last name, and email and contact, gender, and also drop down and upload resume, a file and a URL and also about me. Okay, a text area, a message that you want to add in your form, and also two buttons which is for reset and submit button. Okay, by pressing this submit button we will pass this data. For example, in this video we will just print the data, okay, on the console, and it means that we will pass the data to the server side. I will show to you, and by pressing this reset button we will clear the fields of this form. So that's how we can do. We will create this form in React.js. It means that we will, if you need to just create a form and handle that in React.js, so this video is enough for you to watch. So let's start, okay, to create this form. So we have a fresh React app. I have created React app. So after creating the React app, so let's start. Okay, first of all, I will add a class name to this div element. Class name like app or container. Inside this we will have h1 tag, which is a forum in React, or React forum. So after that we will have forum, a field. We don't need action in React.js, and down in this form we will add first of all label. This is for the first name, and add here first name. If it is required, so just add a asterisk. So you can handle the asterisk, or you can wrap the asterisk in a span tag. Then you can add a red color to this, but I will leave it like this. Let's add input field, which is type text, and placeholder, add enter first name. So that is okay. Let's copy this one. This is for the first name, and now we will add for the last name also. Let's make it last name. We will add just name also, name field, name attribute here. Name is first name, and also let's add here name last name. Let's add here enter last name. That is okay. Let's just come here down, and here we will add the email field. This is for email. Type email, placeholder enter email, and add name field, which is email. After that, let's add the contact. This is contact. It means phone number. Okay, phone number. Like this is like we will make it text, okay, because the text is okay for the contact number. If you take it number, so that will create a drop down that you can select a number. So instead of that, just leave it as text, and here add enter phone number. Phone number, okay, that is okay. Just come here and change the name to contact or phone, whatever is that. So after the contact number, let's now to the gender. Okay, so for the gender, let's this is gender, and here we will just add gender, and here let's add input fields. The first one is, this is a radio button, and here we will add the name, which is gender, and here we will add property male. This is for male. Let's shift alt up down arrow key, take a copy. Name gender, this is for the female, and down other. Yeah, that is the gender. Now let's create a drop down. Okay, for example, you would like to add a drop down in your form, so for that we will create a drop down. Okay, so to create the drop down, add a label, and here we will add subject. For example, the subjects. Okay, subject, and add here a select tag. Name is subject, ID like subject. If you don't have it, inside that option tag, you will use option value. For example, this is per math, Shift Alt down arrow key to take a copy. Math basic. Make it like English. Copy. Paste it. So after creating the drop down, now let's create here. We will just create like a file, okay, to upload a file. So for that, let's add label that is like resume, and down let's move to the last, and here we will have input field, and here the type is file, and placeholder enter select file, select resume, name is equal to with resume, and we should add name to these also, like let's add name subject, yeah, HTML forum input, and value here we didn't, the name is gender, and yeah, that's okay. Okay, name gender, that is okay. Here that is file name resume, select resume, that is okay. Now let's, for example, for the URL label, that is URL, or we can name it image, input file text, and name URL, placeholder enter image URL. Down from that we will have text area, which is for to add about or a message or description, whatever is that. Let's label about, and here we will add input, that is text area. Text area name is like about, id about calls 30 columns, it means, and 10 rows, okay, rows 10. So let's add a placeholder also, enter about or enter description. So down from that we will have two buttons, static two buttons. The first one is for reset, and let's come here to the second one, which is submit. Let's add type to these. This is submit type, and the upper one is the type is button. This is simple button. Let's save it now, and let's run our React app. Control backtick to open the terminal, and here we will write npm run dev, so it will start our React app. And control press this URL to open, okay, the app in Chrome browser. So let's come here. So this is our form that we have. So now let's add the CSS code for this. So to add the CSS code for that, let's move back here and control backtick to close the terminal. Come here to the update CSS, and here I will add the CSS code. First of all, let's add to the body. For the body, I will add the background color white, or we can make it gray like this, and text align center. Let's add to the container, okay, to this one. Let's show to you. Yeah, this container. We will add some CSS code to that. I will pause the video for the CSS code because it will make the video lengthy. So I have added the CSS code for the container and also for the h1 tag. So now let's move and to add the code for a label and also for the input fields. First of all, I will add for the label. So to format this document, for that we use Alt Shift F button. I'll add the code for label. So yeah, for the label, this is the CSS code for label, and for the input field, and for the input type radio. So after that we will just add the code to CSS code for, yeah, we have added for the label, input field, and for the select, yeah, for the drop down, and also for the text area. Yeah, the CSS code for the select, drop down, for the text area, you can see, and for the button and button h over. So this is all the CSS code that we have added. Now let's check it. Okay, let's move to the Chrome browser. So it looks like this. Okay, this is our final form that we have created. So we did it. Right now we will add what we need is, okay, so let's add, for example, so whenever we are writing something in these input fields, so we will store that somewhere. Okay, we will store them in variables. So for that, let's create state variables. First of all, let's move to the email field. Just come here, and yeah, that's okay. Let's create now state variables. We can create state variables for every input fields, or we can create an object. So the preferred way is to create an object, because we have more than 5, 6 or 7 values here. So it is good to create an object. So to create an object, for that, let's create that array notation. And here we will just name it values and set values. The set value is method, the value is the object name, and the set value is method which is used to update these values, is equal to use state hook. We will use state hook for that, and let's create object inside that. Now we will add the fields to this. The first one is first name, empty string, the default value is empty string, and last name, default value empty string, email, default value empty string, and gender, default value empty string, and contact, default value empty string, subject, default value empty string, and we have a resume. After that, we have the URL, about. Yeah, I think we have completed all the videos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Let's check in 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is okay. Okay, we have all the fields inside this object. Now whenever we are writing something in this first name, we should update the first name. If you're writing in the last name, we should last name, email, whatever, okay, in which fields we are writing, so we will update that value. So for that, we will add here on change event. Let's come here first of all to the first name on change. We will call on change event, and we will create an arrow function. We will call event to that, and we will name it handle changes. This is the name of the method that we will create now. Let's pause this. Okay, let's create handle change method. Const handle change is equal to, we will get event, and here this is the functions. Now let's call this function for all input fields, for this one, and also for email, for contact, yeah, for mail, email, and other, and also for the subject, for file, yeah, for the text area. So that is okay. Now here we will update the object. Okay, so to update the object, for that, let's write the concept, like we will call set values method, and here create an object, and we will just use spread operator, and we will call values. This means take all the previous values and update here what you need. So we will update the fields in which we are writing, like this. Okay, write arrow notation, e.target.name assigned to this e.target.value. So what it will do, it will take all the previous values, and here if we are writing in the first name, so it will update the first name. If we are writing in last name, it will update last name. If email, if resume, that will update the resume. So let's now save it. So after saving that, now let's, okay, whenever we press this submit button, okay, so we will just print the values. So for that, to call the submit, for that, let's come here to the forum, and we will call on submit event, and here we will just call handle submit. Like, let's create now this function, const handle submit, It means that it will prevent the default submission. And here let's print console.log. Okay, to print the values, we will print the values what happened. Let's save it. We can also add require to these fields like first name, which are required. Okay, sorry, save it, just come here, refresh it. Okay, so let's move to the console, press F12. So let's press submit. See, required fields. So now let's add name. For example, the user email address.com, contact L basic. Let's select whatever is that. Okay, let's press submit button. See, we have printed the data. This is our data that we have: about, contact, email. Yeah, we have printed the email 2 times, I think. Yeah, so I will just change that. First name, gender, last name, resume, subject, URL. We have all the fields. So just come here, email, that is okay, NMT, gender. Yeah, let's correct that. Name, just come here to the name, email, name, last name, email, that is okay, name, contact, gender. First name, last name, email, gender, contact, resume, URL, and here, yeah, this is spelling mistake, email. Save it. Now let's check it now. See, yeah, we have about, contact, email. We have 2 times the email. What is the reason for that? Console.log values, that is okay. Either target.name, either target.value, email. Type email, that is okay. Name, email. Save it. Let's refresh it and let's add. Let's press submit button. So about, contact, email, first name, yeah, that is okay, everything is okay. So we have printed the data. Now let's move to the reset. Okay, so whenever we press this reset button, by pressing this reset button, we will clear all these fields values. So to work with this reset button, we have 2 methods. Okay, the first method is to use rip hook. Okay, so I will not use that use rip hook, but the simple way is, let's come here. Okay, so here we will add to these input fields, we will add value attribute. Okay, value, we will add here values dot first name. Like this we will add for last name, email also. This is last name, this is email. So I will add just for these 3 values, these 3 fields. Now let's come here to the reset button, and here I will call on click event, and let's create a reset function. We will call this reset function. Let's create reset function. So here I will just call set values, create an object, like we can simply write first name empty string, last name empty string, email empty string, just for these 3 values. Save it. Let's come here now. Let's refresh it. Yeah, let's just come here. I will add values. Yeah, let's refresh it. So it is not, yeah, the values has been cleared from these three pairs, but we didn't clear the value of contact. So we have cleared just the first name, last name and email. So it is all about, okay, so about the React form. Now to pass the data, for that what we need, whenever we press the submit function, so here instead of consoling, we will just use our API, okay, to pass data to that. Okay, we will for example, we are using Axios dot post, here our URL, and here we will pass values. But one thing is that I should mention, whenever you are passing file, so for the file we need to store first of all the, yeah, the file handling. I have a separate video for that, okay, to handle the file, so you can watch that also on my YouTube channel. So for the file, we are using forum data, okay, forum data object to pass the file. So instead of passing like this, we are using forum data object, okay, to pass that whenever you have a file in your form. So it was all about, okay, introduction to the form in React.js and how to handle it, how to create it. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.